It's always a good time for a little what's in the bag, so I'm going to start with putter and work my way up to driver. Starting off with putter, I have the Odyssey White Ice 330 mallet putter. I have had this for about 9 months now, and I really like it. It's got a good alignment aid here, the triple black line alignments with a little bit of white to offset that. The whole putter itself is a gray finish. And I like this putter. I enjoy the weight. I think 330 grams is pretty much perfect for me. It's just enough weight that I can feel the putter throughout the stroke, but not too much weight that I feel like I have to lay off in order for the ball to not go way too far. Secondly is my sand wedge. I have this in 56 degrees. This is the TaylorMade Tour Preferred ATV grind wedge. This is a KBS Tour V wedge flex shaft, and I have this in the Golf Pride MCC Plus 4 grip, standard size in blue. I'm a huge fan of this sand wedge. I've had it for about a year, and it's so versatile around the greens. It's fantastic out of the bunkers, and I really enjoy it, especially out of the tighter lies. I can open up the face just a little bit. I don't have to be worried about sculling one or chunking one. For me, this is a super good fit, and I think the ATV grind is super nice. This is my 52 degree gap wedge. This is a McGregor VIP with 6 degrees of bounce. I have just the stock McGregor wedge shaft and a red grip on this. This is a forged head. This was probably built in 2009 or 2010. And even though it's old, I can really see no reason to replace it. I've had it in my bag for about 4 years now, and it just does what I need it to do. It gets the job done, and I see no reason to replace it. For my iron set, I've got the TaylorMade Rocket Blades Tour irons. So it's got this little cavity in the bottom, and it's got an undercut on the back of the club. So it's got some forgiveness packed in. I moved from some Titleist muscle backs I had in the bag into these in about March. So it was a fantastic move. I could not be more happy. It's more forgiving, it's more distance, it's just overall a better fit for me. I have these in the shaft which perfectly fits my specs. This is the KBS Tour C-Taper Light stiff shafts. These are 110 grams, and I really like the profile. It's mid-launch, mid-spin. I definitely picked up some distance over my old irons. And I have these also in the Golf Pride MCC Plus 4 grips, but these are mid-sized. I like a little bit of a bigger grip on my irons, and these are in the gray. I have the irons in 4-iron all the way down to pitching wedge. The most recent addition to the bag is this 3-iron. This is Air Force One AFX Pro. Probably not many people have even heard of that company. But I just decided, hey, this is a budget driving iron. I don't love my hybrid. I can give this a try for cheap, and so I did. So it's got 19 degrees aloft. It's got just the stock grip on it. It's got an Apollo steel stiff shaft, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I ordered it in about late August, got it mid-September, and I have fallen in love with it completely. I love it off the tee. I can hit it low. I can hit it higher. It'll go about 220 for me. Off the tee. It's super reliable on those shorter par 4s. This is my tried and true 4-wood. So this one's got a good story to go along with it. So this club I purchased probably 3 years ago. It's probably the second oldest club I have in the bag. I've got it in the Matrix 6Q 3.1 regular flex red tie shaft. I've got it in just a Golf Pride Tour Velvet grip. So this is a 4-wood Tour Edge Exotics XCG7 Beta. This has 16.5 degrees aloft. I love it. I hit it off the tee. This is my favorite club to hit off the deck if I'm going to hit a fairway wood. It goes high. I can fade it. I can draw it. It's really, really nice for me. It's well used, the grooves and stuff. I mean, you can see the face here. It's been well worn, but I absolutely love it. So the story for this is pretty funny. There was one time I took it to trade it in for another used club. So I trade it. I trade it for this like ping through wood, something like that. And so the next day I'm like, what did I do? So I go back to the store. I'm hoping they still haven't sold it. I look around. I can't find it. So I asked the worker, do you guys still have it? He says, yeah, it should be right over that rack you're looking at. So I go back. I look again, and I find it. And so I'm like, hey, can I retrade this? He's like, yeah, I already regripped it. Just give me $8 for the grip and we're good. So that's what I did, and I have had this bad boy in the bag ever since. and it's not coming out anytime soon. My 3-wood. This is also tour edge. If you guys are catching the drift here, I really like tour edge products. They're fairway woods. Love their fairway woods. This is the one model year newer than this one, the 4-wood. This is a 3-wood and 15 degrees of loft. It's the Tour Edge Exotics E8 Beta. So it's also the beta type. It's got a little smaller profile, a little deeper face for more distance off the tee. I have this in a great shaft. I had this in the Aldila Rogue Stiff, the silver model. And just I've got the stock Tour Edge Exotics Lambkin grip on this. This 3-wood, I really like this club as well. It feels really awesome. The feel is kind of a soft, but it has a really good penetrating, strong ball flight to it. I get this out there about 225, 230 carry and about 240 to 250 total distance. It's really reliable off the tee. Off the deck, depending on the conditions, I'll hit this off the deck, but it's not as consistent off the deck as my 4-wood is. And last but not least, I have my driver. So this driver has been in the bag since March of 2016, and I absolutely adore it. This is the Cobra BioCell Plus driver, and I have this in the Matrix Ozic 6Q3 stiff red tie shaft. I've got a Super Stroke grip on this. The Super Stroke, just the grip with the S on it right here. This I have set to 10.5 degrees draw. This can go anywhere from, I believe it's 8.5 all the way up to 11 degrees. And there's draw settings at 8.5, 9.5, and 10.5. Love this driver. I hit it out there, 240 carry, 265, 275 total. Love it. I really couldn't be a lot more pleased with it. It's 440 cc, so it's not the full 460 head. This is the 440 cubic centimeter model, which I like that look of a slightly smaller driver, but I still feel like I'm going to get some forgiveness with it. It doesn't scare me at all. I'm a huge fan of the white on black with this driver. So, big fan. And for my gloves, I have the MG Dynagrip Elite glove. This is one of the softest feeling gloves. It's Cabretta. It's durable. It feels incredible out of the bag. So good. And it runs about $7 a glove. And I just stock up on these. These are really, 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 really nice gloves. My divot tool, I just have one of these Pitch Fix-Its. Super handy, super nice. I've had this for about 1.5 years. I love it. It works really, really well. It's very solid, very sturdy tool. So I will talk you guys through my golf balls next. First up, most of the time I play the Srixon Z-Star in yellow. This is the 2015 model. I've got about 4 dozen of these that I got for a really good price, and I absolutely love them. They feel super soft, they're really penetrating and long off the tee, and best of all, they spin like crazy around the greens. These are unbelievable. And for the golf ball, I play when it's windy. Usually if it's 12, 15 miles per hour or more, I will switch to this. This is the TaylorMade TP5X. This ball is amazing in the wind. Its trajectory is high, but it holds its line better than any other golf ball I have ever hit in my life. So when it's windy, like I said, this is the golf ball of choice. And as you can see, I have the dot right next to the number. That is how I mark all of my golf balls before I play. Thank you guys so much for watching my What's in the Bag. Be sure to subscribe, and if you have any comments or questions, you can post those below. See you next time.